And after nearly a 2-month trial with 34 witnesses and hours of salacious testimony, a jury of 8 men and 4 women finds Sean Diddy Combs not guilty of and but guilty on 2 counts of transportation to engage in. The judge is currently deciding right now whether Combs will actually be released today. Now, I understand, Aaron, a statement has been given on behalf of Cassie Ventura, star witness in this case. What are you learning?
Her attorney, Doug Wigdor, just sent us the following statement. This entire criminal process started when our client, Cassie Ventura, had the courage to file her civil complaint in November 2023.
We're going to the puffy parties. For the front and the back at the same time? What are you talking about? I mean, look, if you're into that, I'm fine with it. To each his own. I'm just saying this is my party. You know, like, it's uncomfortable. I think I belong in the girls' bathroom.
Combs' body language is totally different from yesterday when he seemed crestfallen and grim after the jury said it had reached a verdict on 4 of the 5 counts. Now, acquitted of the most serious charges, Mr. Combs appears energetic and relieved. Can we just talk about, here's the picture, here's the sketch artist's picture of Combs yesterday, of the grimness, and I'm sure we'll get one today of him looking much more relieved. I'm so...
nothing Puffy did. Yeah, no, it was just so excitement. There's so much excitement that there was no reason for me to put something in our drink. I need you to remember. I need you to remember this. Huh?
The foundation.
Yeah. Thank you.
Much more relieved. I am so. Yeah. No, it was just so excitement. It's so much excitement that there was no reason for me to put something in our drink. Oh my God. I need you to remember. I need you to remember this. The foundation. Buckle up, y'all, because the Diddy versus 50 Cent drama just hit a whole new level. Right after Diddy beat the most serious charge in his case, 50 Cent got a shady burner message that looked a lot like a threat. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. From mysterious disappearances to deep state theories. And a documentary that could blow it all wide open. This isn't just celebrity beef anymore. It's turning into a real life thriller. So grab your popcorn. Because we're breaking down all the secrets, receipts, and shady moves that could bring down the House of Combs. Did he do it right? I know you've been heavy on social media talking about it. Did it? And I'm the only one who's been vocal about this long before it. Actually. But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties. Yeah. So, a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated. Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? I'm just not with all that. All of the stuff that he's doing, I'm not into that type of stuff. I'm just a little more, maybe you could say basic, about that as to take him shopping. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what did you just say? Yeah. I thought he needed some clothes. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. What? I'm a nice guy. Oh, that's a nice gesture. Let me get out of no, dude. You take me. That's what a guy says to a girl. You know he loves me. I don't think he like it. You know he loves me. I don't think he liked it. Okay. Can't stop. Won't stop. Like yo. Who was always anti-DY and was always speaking about Diddy as a problematic person was 50 Cent. And it turns out that it's just been announced that he's created a docu-series on Netflix. I can't wait to see this. The other end of that, every person who has tried to speak out about this, who has tried to speak out about the industry, the type of people that are controlling the industry, the attacks that people face from the media if they try to speak out, is always the same. They're called crazy. And an example of one such individual who went through those sorts of attacks is, you're not going to believe this, but I just got a call and Puffy's confirmed for street. It's lit. __, can't come. Everybody's scared to drink your butts off. So yesterday Montana had an in-store up in the Bronx. 10 people showed up. He said, "Let me have a drink." Puppy trying to make me go against 50. He set me up right after Diddy dodged the biggest charge in his RICO case. 50 Cent got a message. It was short but intense. Tell Curtis I ain't done yet. Now insiders are saying this didn't come from Diddy's legal team. Nope. This message allegedly came straight from Diddy himself, and it hit just hours after the not guilty verdict dropped. So, here's the deal. Diddy managed to beat the most serious charge, the one that could have put him behind bars for life. And not long after, a screenshot started circulating online showing a threatening DM sent to 50 from a burner account. That post blew up fast. She got love and you and you and you. He got off. Yeah. And you. I had issues with Puff. I don't like him like that. Like I don't like things that he would do right and make me uncomfort. So you're speaking on Diddy. We speaking on Puff. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. But I don't have that thing where like, well, we ain't had no thing. I wasn't sending nothing at him. If it was on the street side like that, we would be actively doing things to each other. Right? And we wasn't doing that, right? So it gets to. With Jay, definitely not that that's. Definitely not, it's just being competitive. MHM. You know what I mean? So I don't. Now if you've been following this feud, you know 50's been poking at Diddy for years. The petty posts, the shady captions, the one where he joked, you know there ain't no seat on that bike. Right? It's been nonstop trolling. And in interviews, he didn't hold back either. He's called Diddy fluffy, thrown jabs, and kept the heat on high. But this time, it feels different. This isn't just another round of shade. The reason Diddy might be coming for 50 now is because of the new documentary 50 is cooking up. Did he do it? And according to 50, this documentary isn't slowing down anytime soon. He's doubling down and promising to reveal way more than what the court even touched on. We haven't liked each other business-wise for a long time. But that's why it's only business. It was really away from that. I explained why I didn't hang out with him, right? 'Cause fluffy stuff going on. That's not your scene. It's not my style. No, you're saying they hug you from the front and the back at the same time. That's where things get real. If you Followed the case, you probably noticed some sketchy moves, like when the government suddenly replaced the lead prosecutor with Moore and Comey, the same name people linked to the Epstein cover-up. Red flags everywhere. And don't forget Christina Carrorum, Diddy's longtime right hand. Several witnesses named her as a co-conspirator, yet the feds acted like she didn't exist. 2. This day, she's vanished without a trace. Tell him the story. Tell him the story. So, we talking about rumors, right? Yeah. And when you Google his name, there's a rumor that pops up that he was Diddy's boy toy. Right? Wait. So, this is. So, Charlemagne said. It's not true. But I told him after he brought up the stuff with you, I said. You know what 50 going to say when he meet you? Oh, no. I don't know that was going on. You know, I can't wait to run into him again. What you going to say to him? Buffy was playing with your Miami. You know what 50 going to say to you when he sees you? What? I heard Diddy. Yeah. Wait till I see him. Wait till I see like yo. Yeah. Meanwhile, mainstream media barely scratched the surface. And that's exactly why 50 says he's stepping into put the full truth out there. And with Diddy possibly walking free, you already know he'll do whatever it takes to keep the lid on things. That threatening message, it wasn't subtle. Diddy's making it known he'll protect himself at all costs. Whether that means targeting 50's career, damaging his business deals, or something darker, no one really knows how far he might go. And then there's Capricorn Clark. She used to work for Diddy as an assistant and was also a marketing manager at Shaw John. In her testimony, she talked about a time when Diddy and 50 were doing a press event at MTV. They shared the same manager then, Chris Lighty. According to Capricorn, she, Diddy, and Chris were in an elevator, and Diddy was clearly frustrated with 50. That's when he reportedly said something chilling. I don't like back and forth. I like firearms. So, yeah, this goes way beyond industry beef. There's a deeper threat now. And 50 Cent's not backing down. The tea, it's boiling. That burner account message. Yeah, that wasn't just some casual stay in your lane warning. The account had been silent for months. Then, out of nowhere, right after Diddy's verdict dropped, it posted one chilling line. Tell Curtis I ain't done yet. And, according to people close to 50 Cent, this wasn't the first thread. That's why I'll be going to the Puffy parties. All of you from the front and the back at the same time. You talking about? Look, if you into that, you into that. I'm fine with it. To each his own. I'm just saying this ain't my mother. I'm like it's uncomfortable. I think I belong in the girls' bathroom. Like that is going on. Rewind to May. Diddy's ex-ass assistant. Capricorn Clark took the stand and spilled some serious tea. She said. During that old MTV event with 50 Cent, Diddy told the security guard straight up that he didn't like nonsense and people, but he did like firearms. Capricorn said it was clear who he meant. 50 Cent was in the building that day. She even remembered Diddy turning to their then manager, Chris Lighty, saying he had a gun and that he had a problem with 50. So, how did 50 respond? The way only 50 can. He took the heat and flipped it into a joke. He posted an AI pic of himself looking scared and wrote, "Oh my goodness, itty bitty Diddy wants me gone. I have to lay low. I think I'm going to hide out at the playoff game tonight. LOL. Classic 50. But here's the thing. That was when everyone still thought Diddy was heading to prison for life. Hey, we love y'all. We love everybody watching. So happy coming home. God bless. God bless the whole world." What was going through your head when the verdict was read? Now things look a whole lot different. Diddy's been cleared on 3 of the 5 charges, including the big one, RICO conspiracy. NBC News confirmed he was found guilty on 2 lesser charges related to transporting women, including Cassie and another woman known as Jane. So, the big question, can Diddy actually walk free? His team thought he might be released immediately after the verdict. But the judge had other plans. Judge Arun Sabaranian denied bail, saying Diddy's too dangerous to be let out. His official sentencing is set for October 3rd, and until then, he's staying locked up. I mean, look, I will make it my personal mission to maintain his humiliation in the minds of all Americans. There's no question he's fallen as this revered figure for a large portion of America. But he also has diehard fans who want to pretend this is a Johnny Depp situation, you know, where he was wrongfully accused. That's my own view. By somebody who was out to get him, who played the victim when in fact she was a. This is not that situation. This is not. Cassandra Ventura was an extremely sympathetic witness who was not some powerful "I'm gonna play Kid Cudi" against Sean Combs. She was traumatized by this guy. She remains to this day, given all that was done to her. Listen to this. I'm like, I almost don't even want to read these updates. New York Times. Sean Combs is now on his knees, his elbows on the chair where he was sitting, his head buried. He appeared to be praying. He started a round of applause which was echoed by his family, who are jubilant. Yay. Yay. We only have an solicitor in the family. As for how long he could be in each of those 2 charges, carries a maximum sentence of 10 years. So yeah, Diddy could be facing up to 20 years total. But you already know his lawyers are prepping for an appeal. They're expected to challenge both the conviction and the sentence. So, it's still a waiting game on how this really plays out. I look at I go, whoa. So, I always go into what would I do in a situation like this, like when that type of thing happens, like, and I'm going, I don't know. I hope things are alright for him internally speaking. I mean at the crib, because in the statement they mentioned his daughter. His daughter, would you know, being old enough to, 'cause she about 13. But here's what's wild. Diddy hasn't even been sentenced yet, and he's already sending threats like he's untouchable. And of all people, why is 50 Cent the one he's coming for the hardest? Sure. 50's been clowning him nonstop ever since Cassie's lawsuit blew up online nearly 2 years ago. But this beef, it's ancient. They've been going at it since the early 2000s. And let's not forget 50 was the first to publicly question Diddy's gender preference, which stirred up a ton of controversy back then. That move sparked a fire and neither of them ever put it out. He like, yo, when we going to get the chance to, to kick it? Like we out, __, we got to. Go as fuck. Okay. You're telling me we got to kick it and like, yo, why don't we go shopping? I mean, like I pay for it. I was like just. I was like this, __, this. __, just tell me he taking me shopping. And this goes off little puppies of fruit. Pile. Trust me, see weird like that out there. Out there for no reason. Be like kissing like that doesn't happen. By accident, you know what I'm saying. I'm telling you. Yes. I'm telling you. Look, later you. Going to find out a little. 50 Cent didn't just clown Diddy on social media. He's been unpacking this beef for years, even giving interviews about how it all started. Way back, like 8 years ago, 50 actually sat down with The Breakfast Club and explained why he began trolling Diddy in the first place. When the host brought up how he kept throwing jabs and making jokes about Diddy's gender orientation, 50 clarified that he wasn't just calling him gay out of nowhere. He shared an old message that said something like, sorry, I can no longer help you guys. Soon you will all be gay and happy. You are all now under the leadership of Puffy Daddy. Report to the nearest rainbow dinner. Thieves in Phoenix. Wild, right? New baby oil. It should start looking gray if you ain't got nothing on it. Got a new baby oil. This ain't baby oil. __, you ran through 8,000 jars of him. In prison, baby. I mean, you Larry. Relax. I mean, I still got everybody looking. But that wasn't even the part that threw 50 off. He talked about a moment at Chris Lighty's wedding where Diddy apparently told him he wanted to take him shopping. 50 said he looked at him like, what did you just say, and had to walk away before causing a scene. According to him, that's something a guy says to a girl, not to him. And honestly, even since then, 50 hasn't let it go. He's been throwing shade nonstop. Like when he famously said, the top feels so much better than the bottom. Which fans still believe was a subtle jab at Diddy. About that. Asked him to take him shopping. He told me he'd take me shopping. I looked at him like, what? The what? What did you just say? Yeah. I thought he needed some clothes. He doesn't even know what he's saying is like fruity. What? I'm a nice guy. Oh. That's a nice gesture. Let me get out of no, dude. Take me. That's what a guy says to a girl. You know he loves me. I don't think he like you. You know he loves me. I don't think he like me. Okay. Can't stop. Won't stop. Now, those jokes might have been funny years ago, but lately they're hitting a lot harder. And rumor has it they're one of the big reasons Diddy's allegedly out for revenge. He might have brushed off the trolling back in the day, but now that legal charges are involved and reputations are crumbling. It's a whole different game, especially with 50 Cent's new documentary heating up. Yep. It's called Did He Do It? And 50 just confirmed that the series is shifting gears. He told Variety this isn't just going to be a recap of headlines or messy viral moments. Nope. He's digging deeper into the power players behind Diddy. And this story spans decades. At first, the project was all about exposing Diddy's wild party scene, the freak-off gatherings with celebrities that people whispered about. But now that Diddy managed to dodge the RICO charge, 50 is going Ellen. This documentary just turned darker and way riskier. And get this, an early leak from the documentary just surfaced. It allegedly shows footage from one of those secret parties. Imagine full eyes, wide shut vibes, masks, antlers, eerie lighting. One voice in the footage says something like, they take pride in preparing for intimacy and talks about locking doors so women can't leave. Another voice talks about telling guests no when things get too wild. If that footage is real, then this documentary isn't just going to stir up drama. It could flip everything we thought we knew about this case. And honestly, it's sounding less like gossip and more like the beginning of a massive expose that might drag some powerful names down with it. But this rabbit hole goes even deeper. Word is 50 Cent isn't just stopping at the obvious stuff. Sources close to his documentary say he's planning to dig into everything the court didn't want to touch. Like the rumor that Diddy might have been a government informant. Yep. There's still talk that this entire trial was just smoking mirrors to hide something bigger. He'd been standing next to something his entire career. He stood next to Biggie. You put hot on him. I stand next to the fight if you want. Right. Still next to Biggie. Still next to Mace. Still next to Job. So they look. Puffy might be the destination for anybody going nowhere. Nobody survived. Look at it 'cause he right. I know you've been heavy on social med. But I also didn't participate. I also didn't go to those parties. So a lot of the celebrity culture that you don't hear saying anything is because they participated. Was there a reason you never went to those parties back in the day? I'm just not with all that freaking all of the stuff that he's doing.